With the launch of Black Ops 4 Zombies, the community had boatloads of content to sift through. Now, the quality of that content can be argued, but nevertheless, there was a lot of it to go around. Whether it was the 4 maps that we had at launch, or one of the modes that became really popular by the end of the game's life cycle, known as the Gauntlet mode, there was one mode that was kind of pushed under the rug by the community, and that's what we'll be talking about today. Now you might be asking yourself, what is Rush? Well, Rush is essentially a competitive game mode within Black Ops 4 where you compete with other players for the most points. You get multipliers from killing zombies without taking damage. You also get these little coin drops that essentially add to your multipliers. And every so often, a different zone will open up around the map. Now, with these zones, everything that is available in that zone is available to you to pick up. So, essentially, if you're on 9, and one of the zones is like the raw tower, then the perk and the wall weapons and the box locations that are available in that tower will be available to you when that zone is opened up. And the goal is to stay within these zones, get your points up, get your multipliers up, get set up and stuff like that. Now, if you are outside the zone at any moment after the timer goes down, you'll get a little timer. It'll give you enough time to get to the zone, and if you are outside the zone when the timer is going, you will die. Now, in this mode, you have a certain amount of lives, and I believe you can earn more lives by staying in the zones or maybe from drops. I can't quite remember. I've played it a couple times. I played it last night to refresh for this video, and I honestly couldn't tell how I was getting extra lives, but I was. So you get a certain amount of lives, and you go past those, you're dead. And also, every power-up in this mode is a blue power-up, so if you don't really know what that means, or the difference between the colors of power-ups, a blue power-up is just for you. So, for example, when you're in Rush, you will see like a blue double points. That's only for you. A blue nuke, that is only for one player. So on and so forth. After the completion of each zone, you will get a pop-up on your screen notifying you that a certain zombie type is coming into your game. For example, you can get Catalyst zombies spawning in, tigers, and the brutes and gladiators on 9. So you're playing Rush with one of your friends, and you end up losing all your lives. Well, what happens is you die, you go into a spectate mode, and your other friend who has, say, they have 3 lives, and they can keep going until they run out of their 3 lives, and once they do, it'll end the game, and whoever had the most score wins. Now, what does Rush overall as a mode have to offer? Well, I'm going to be honest. Not much. It's just a fun little competitive game mode on Black Ops 4 Zombies. One thing I will say that I think it does really well is providing a nice little juxtaposition to the overall complexity of Black Ops 4. Now, even when you're just playing the game regularly, just going into a map, getting Pack-a-Punch, getting power on, getting set up, and just going to kill zombies can be quite complicated in maps like Dead of the Night or Ancient Evil, and this mode is there to just, you get right into the action and you just kill zombies. There's no Pack-a-Punch quest, there's no quest of any kind, you just go in and you kill zombies, which is a nice change for Black Ops 4. Now, how does Rush flow as a game mode overall, map to map? Well, generally not well. It really just depends on the map you're playing. But from my experience on 9, it flowed okay, you know. You could go for high multipliers because there's nice open areas where you're not getting hit as much, but maps like Blood of the Dead or Voyage of Despair with all these tight corridors, you're not really going to have much of a chance to get your multipliers up in those high numbers without taking damage. It's just very annoying on those kinds of maps, and that's kind of how Rush overall as a game mode feels map to map, and it's really sad because as a game mode itself, it's a really nice, fun idea, and like I said, a nice juxtaposition for Black Ops 4 Zombies as a whole. But at the end of the day, if you're looking for a nice little game mode to just get in and kill zombies and have a nice little competitive game with your friends, I think Rush offers that in spades. But we can't ignore what it doesn't do well. It doesn't flow well. It doesn't play well on solo. It's really a multiplayer game mode, and it shines there. And I think it's really fun as a multiplayer game mode, but solo, I wouldn't even try it. So if you got some friends and you just want to get into a nice quick game mode and kill zombies and be competitive, this is the mode for you. Now, in the grand scheme of zombies as a whole, do I think Rush is a fun mode? I do, honestly. Not solo. I think it is really fun with friends. I had a ton of fun playing it last night, and I just think it's a really fun, it's a little gimmicky, but it's a fun mode. Now, with all the other modes we've seen introduced into zombies as a whole, do I think Rush holds up against those modes? Not quite. I think stuff like Dead Ops Arcade, Turned, Grief, Gauntlets, I think those are way more enjoyable and a lot more fun solo, because I feel with Rush it is really locked behind multiplayer. I don't think it's fun solo. I don't think a lot of the maps flow well with Rush, and it has its problems, but overall it's a really fun mode with friends. Now, with that being all it has to offer, there's not really any gameplay depth to it. When you have something like Gauntlet in the same game, most of the time you're probably going to go play a Gauntlet if you want to play another little game mode. I don't think Rush is going to be picked up. I don't think a lot of people play it. I don't think a lot of people did play it. I think it took until maybe Tagder Toten came out before I even touched Rush. Now, would I love to see this mode come back? Honestly, I would. I think, with some tweaks, it could be a really good mode. Do I think it's going to come back? Probably not. I don't think realistically we're ever going to see Rush again in zombies, but it would be really cool to see. Now, would I recommend Rush to any of you guys? Honestly, yes. If you have Black Ops 4 and you have a team or a buddy you like to play with, it's a really fun mode. Again, it's only fun in multiplayer. That's the only time I've had fun with Rush. It doesn't work well solo play. It doesn't flow good on most of the maps. So, if you're going to play Rush, I would recommend having a team or another player with you. With the inclusion of Rush and Gauntlet within Black Ops 4 Zombies, I think it cemented this game as one of the most content-packed games in the entire series. Now, I could make a whole video about Black Ops 4 and all the content within the game and why you guys should go back and play it again, give it another chance. Personally, I love Black Ops 4. I'd love to make a video about it. If you guys would be interested in seeing that, just let me know. Now, with all the content that Black Ops 4 had at launch and throughout its life cycle, it's really sad to see how this game ended up turning out, and how a game mode like Rush was just swept under the rug and no one really played it. And honestly, I would recommend, if you got some friends with you, go give it a try. It's a nice little fun game mode, and it's a nice little juxtaposition to the overall complexity that Black Ops 4 Zombies has to offer. Now, I know this video was on the shorter side, but I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will be having a gameplay video coming out here in the next couple days, and I also really do want to make a video about Black Ops 4 Zombies as a whole, and I hope you guys would want to see that, so let me know. But, again, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.